Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
We're going to be diving deep into some fascinating news from the world of tech today,
Right.
using our trusty sources, TLDR and TLDR AI. If you're ready for a quick but insightful update on all things tech,
You've come to the right place.
you have.
Okay, let's kick things off with something that really caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Google's big AI push planned for 2025.
Yeah.
The TLDR newsletter mentioned that their CEO, Sundar Pichai, even called it a make-or-break year for the company.
Oh, wow.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a bold statement, that's for sure.
It is.
I think it shows just how seriously Google is taking the rise of AI and the potential disruption it represents.
Right.
You know, they've been the dominant force in search for so long,
Right.
but now they're facing serious competition from players like ChatGPT.
Yeah, and the TLDR AI newsletter actually had a really interesting comparison of ChatGPT search and Google. It seems like Google is still the go-to for those quick everyday searches,
For sure.
but
Yeah.
ChatGPT is gaining ground when it comes to more complex tasks,
Interesting.
like analyzing content and spotting gaps in information,
It is.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, what's fascinating is that this competition is actually driving innovation.
I think so, too.
You know, for instance,
Yeah.
Google recently acquired Character AI,
Oh.
a company known for its cost-effective AI interaction technology. And that acquisition is directly enabling them to offer free AI models in their AI studio,
Wow.
which is a pretty big deal for developers and researchers.
Yeah, I mean, it really shows how much the AI landscape is evolving.
Right.
Makes you wonder what this all means for the future of these companies and for the role of AI in our lives.
Absolutely. And it's not just Google that's making big moves.
Right.
OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is also undergoing some significant changes.
Okay.
They're planning to shift to a for-profit model in 2025,
Interesting.
which is raising a lot of questions.
Yeah, the TLDR newsletter mentioned that they're facing huge capital, needs to keep up with the demands of developing and maintaining cutting-edge AI,
Yeah,
which, makes sense.
it's understandable.
But it also makes you wonder if this shift in focus could impact the direction of their research and development.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
There's always a tension between pursuing pure research and driving profitability.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how OpenAI navigates that balance.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the added layer of complexity with the lawsuit from Elon Musk and the reports of talent leaving the company.
It definitely feels like there's a lot happening behind the scenes.
So a lot of drama.
But beyond the drama, I think the bigger question is, what are the real-world implications of all this AI advancement?
Yeah,
I mean, it's easy to get caught up in the hype,
for sure.
but we also need to think about the potential consequences.
Absolutely.
You're right.
One article that really got me thinking about this is, by default, capital will matter more than ever after AGI, from TLDR.
Okay.
It basically argues that as AI becomes more sophisticated,
Yeah.
it could drastically alter the relationship between labor and capital,
Oh, wow.
potentially making human work less essential in some areas.
Yeah, that article was a bit of a mind bender.
It is.
It really makes you think about the future of work and how we as humans adapt to these rapid technological advancements.
Right.
It's both exciting and a bit unsettling.
It's definitely a time of great change and uncertainty.
Yeah.
But amidst all the talk of AI taking over the world, it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
True.
It's how we choose to use it that will ultimately determine its impact on society.
I totally agree. And speaking of tools, let's move on to something a bit more tangible, gadgets.
Okay?
Remember the whole USB-C charger thing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's finally happening.
You mean the EU regulation requiring all new devices to be USB-C compatible?
Exactly.
Wow.
The TLDR newsletter reported that it's now in effect.
So no more struggling with incompatible chargers. That's awesome.
It's a small change, but I think it'll make a big difference for a lot of people.
I agree. It's a win for both consumers and the environment.
Right.
Less e-waste and less hassle.
For sure.
And it seems like even tech giants like Apple are feeling the pressure to comply.
Yeah.
They even had to pull some iPhone models from their EU online stores to meet the new regulations.
That's right. And it doesn't stop there. The article also mentioned that similar rules will be applied to laptops in 2026.
Oh, wow.
So get ready to say goodbye to that tangled mess of chargers.
I'm ready.
But for now, let's shift gears and talk about something a bit more well out of this world.
Okay.
Space exploration.
I like it.
2024 has been an incredible year for space discoveries. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From SpaceX's Starship achieving its first successful landing to NASA's Europa Clipper mission setting off to explore Jupiter's icy moon.
Wow.
It feels like we're on the cusp of a new era of space exploration.
It's amazing to think about all the incredible missions happening right now as we speak. But with all this technological advancement, it does make you wonder,
Yeah.
where do we as humans fit into all of this?
That is the question.
Especially with AI becoming more and more sophisticated, as we discussed earlier.
Absolutely.
It's a profound question.
It is.
And one that we'll continue to explore in our next segment. Stay tuned.
Stay with us. Welcome back to Byte-Sized Tech, where we're unpacking the biggest tech trends and innovations.
Before the break, we were talking about the future of humanity in a world increasingly shaped by AI.
A world where rockets are landing themselves and we're sending probes to icy moons in search of life.
It's a lot to take in. But amidst all the mind-blowing advancements, an article from TLDR caught my eye.
Okay.
Thinking slowly. The paradoxical slowness of human behavior. It highlights how our brains process information 100 million times slower than our senses.
Wow, that's a staggering difference.
Right.
It really puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
We might marvel at the speed of AI, but the human brain operates on a completely different timescale.
So in a world of lightning-fast algorithms and instant data retrieval,
Yeah.
what's the advantage of being slow?
That's the paradox, isn't it?
It is.
While AI might excel at processing massive amounts of data,
Right.
there's something unique about the way human brains work. Our ability to think critically, to be creative, to empathize.
It's those qualities that set us apart.
Exactly.
Maybe being slow allows for deeper contemplation,
Yeah.
for making connections that an AI might miss.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the nuances,
Yeah.
the context, the emotions that drive human behavior, and that's where our strength lies.
But let's not forget that AI is constantly evolving.
Right.
Remember the TLDR AI newsletter discussing how Google bought Character AI to improve their AI interaction technology?
It's a race to create AI that feels more human, more intuitive.
Right.
But even with those advancements, there's a fundamental difference in the way we process the world.
It's like comparing a supercomputer to a master craftsman.
Oh, I like that. Both have their strengths, and both are essential in their own way.
And speaking of crafts, let's pivot to another article that caught my attention.
Okay.
One about someone's journey to becoming a staff engineer.
Ah, yes. That TLDR piece had some really solid advice for aspiring tech professionals.
Yeah, it emphasized the importance of focusing on projects that align with the company's goals,
Absolutely.
delivering tangible value, and having a strong relationship with your manager.
So important.
Yeah, it's not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's about understanding the bigger picture and navigating the complexities of a corporate environment.
It's about building trust, demonstrating leadership, and constantly learning and adapting.
And let's not forget the importance of having fun along the way.
Of course.
TLDR also featured an article about someone's favorite default apps in 2024.
It was a fascinating glimpse into their digital life and how they personalized their tech experience.
What stood out to you?
What intrigued me was how their app choices reflected their priorities and interests. For example, their default navigation app wasn't just about getting from point A to point B.
Oh, interesting.
It was about discovering hidden gems along the way, exploring new neighborhoods, finding the best coffee shops.
It's a reminder that even in a world dominated by algorithms and efficiency, there's always room for personal expression and exploration.
Absolutely. Technology should enhance our lives, not dictate them.
I like that.
It's about finding the tools that resonate with us and using them to create our own unique journeys.
And speaking of unique journeys, let's touch on something we briefly mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Space exploration.
I was hoping we would come back to this.
We talked about the incredible missions happening in 2024.
Yes.
But what about 2025?
What's on the horizon?
What is on the horizon?
Well, hold on to your space helmets because 2025 is shaping up to be another groundbreaking year.
Wow.
NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services, or CLPS, will be in full swing.
CLPS, for those who don't know, is basically NASA partnering with private companies to send scientific payloads to the moon.
Exactly. It's a new era of public-private collaboration in space exploration.
It's really cool.
We're also going to see the launch of SphereX,
Okay.
a mission that will create a 3D map of the entire sky in near-infrared light.
A 3D map of the universe that's mind-blowing.
It is.
What kind of insights do you think we'll gain from that?
Imagine being able to trace the history of galaxies,
Oh, wow.
to study the evolution of stars, to search for clues about the origins of the universe itself.
It's like having a time machine to peer into the distant past.
And there's more.
Okay.
The European Space Agency is launching Space Rider,
Okay.
an uncrewed, reusable spaceplane designed for a variety of experiments in orbit.
Spaceplanes, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
But it's becoming a reality.
Wow.
And let's not forget Japan's M2 Resilience mission,
Okay.
which will be sending a lander and a micro rover to explore the lunar surface.
Wow. 2025 is going to be an exciting year for space enthusiasts.
It is.
With all these missions happening, it makes you wonder what groundbreaking discoveries await us.
Right.
What secrets of the universe will be revealed? What new technologies will be developed?
Yeah.
And how will these advancements shape our understanding of our place in the cosmos?
It's a reminder that we're living in an extraordinary time.
Yeah.
A time of unprecedented scientific and technological progress.
A time where the boundaries of human ingenuity are constantly being pushed.
Absolutely.
But as we venture further into the unknown, it's important to remember the lessons we've learned along the way.
For sure.
The importance of ethical considerations, the need for sustainability, the value of human connection.
It's about striking a balance between progress and responsibility,
Yes.
between ambition and humility.
It's about harnessing the power of technology to create a better future for all.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this segment of Bite-Sized Tech, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible achievements of the past year.
And to look ahead with anticipation to the wonders that 2025 holds.
From AI to space exploration, from the mundane to the extraordinary, technology continues to shape our world in profound ways. It does. And it's up to us to ensure that it's a world we're proud to live in.
I think that's a great point to end on.
We'll be right back after a quick break with more insights and discussions on Bite-Sized Tech. Welcome back to Bite-Sized Tech. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the latest in AI to the future of space exploration.
It's been quite a journey.
And we've explored some thought-provoking ideas about the role of technology in our lives and what it means to be human in an age of rapid advancement.
Yeah, those are big questions.
But before we wrap up, I wanted to circle back to something we touched on earlier.
Okay.
The idea that even with all the amazing AI advancements happening, there's still something unique and valuable about the way our human brains work.
Absolutely.
It's easy to get caught up in the speed and efficiency of AI. But as we discussed, human intelligence isn't just about processing power.
Right.
It's about creativity, empathy, critical thinking qualities that are still essential in so many areas of life.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, the TLDR article, Thinking Slowly, the paradoxical slowness of human behavior, really highlighted that for me.
Interesting.
It's almost like our slower processing speed allows us to approach problems from a different angle, to see connections that a machine might miss.
I think that's a really insightful observation.
Thanks.
It's not about seeing one type of intelligence as superior to the other. It's about recognizing that they complement each other. AI can augment our capabilities, but it can't replace the human element entirely.
So that brings us back to the question, where do we fit in?
Yeah, where do we go from here?
With all this incredible technology at our fingertips, it's more important than ever to be mindful of how we use it and to ensure that it serves humanity's best interests.
Absolutely. It's about finding that balance between progress and responsibility.
Right.
We need to be asking ourselves tough questions about the ethical implications of these technologies, the potential consequences, and how we can shape their development in a way that benefits everyone.
It's not just about embracing the shiny new gadgets. It's about being thoughtful and deliberate about the kind of future we want to create.
I like that.
And for anyone listening, I think that's a great takeaway from our deep dive today.
I completely agree. It's an invitation to engage with technology in a more conscious way, to think critically about its impact, and to be active participants in shaping its future.
So as we wrap up this episode of Bite-Sized Tech,
Yeah.
we want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
Take a moment to reflect on how you interact with technology in your own life. What role does it play? How does it shape your experiences? And how can you use it to create a more meaningful and fulfilling life for yourself and others?
Those are great questions to ponder.
It's an ongoing conversation, and we encourage you to continue exploring these ideas and sharing your thoughts.
We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for tuning in to Bite-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.